like this situation clearly does not have a singular obvious meaning. This is obviously more context can be added to this. Duh. Like, especially with how you're saying like heads are breaking it down. Like, you got more angles of the situation. And then to that, you're most definitely revealing your priors, but we already know that because you've blatantly admitted to being the white Hasan. So whatever political takes, especially the commentary coming from you, is probably going to, not probably, is 110% going to be a pander coming from him and his opinions and his political commentary. So like, again, you proved the point of this doesn't have a single obvious meaning, but you just want to go on one side of it, choosing it immediately, and you're you're proving that you're revealing your priors, then reacting objectively because you're blatantly admitting that, yo, this is not complicated when it blatantly is. I don't know, hey man, say I'm Dickie. Just saying though. Just saying. You already know what it is, baby. You've seen talent thumbnail of kills. Some more agonizing pain, suffering, torture on the EHDI plus cinematic universe, and in specific, Idubbbz'S. Because of course, one of our glorious clipping kings, Stoic Chronicles, posted another clip out at Idubbbz'S on the stream. So y'all know what that means. Oof. The levels you're barring. Because the farming does indeed ensue. Like it does every time, and I'm sure our accounts are maxed out. They are. We're playing too much Farmville, I see. But yeah, you already know what it is. Of course, we got to check out the clip of Idubbbz'S update, see what it is going on. So, we ain't wasting no more time, baby. Trilly talks everything. Trilly doesn't need to have everything every single time. Let's see what Idubbbz'S had to say this time. Of course, like we said in the intro, you better shut up with one of our glorious clipping gigs out in the CDS. Stoic Chronicles. Already know game for. We got Local Ian Jomha. Idubbbz'S. Idubbbz'S has multiple meltdowns over I.C.E and Asmongold. Oh man. Should be great. Of course, you guys want to watch the OG live video, you know where it's going to be at. Down description, first link, sure to love it up, calls Stoic Chronicles. And yeah, we got no time to waste, baby. Let's see what we talking about.
We should stop calling everything / everyone Nazis. Just makes us look stupid. I do not care about looking stupid.
Oh my god, somebody had a brain, bro. Yeah, we shouldn't be using just random buzzwordism. Better yet, not even random. We shouldn't just be using blatant buzzwordism. I agree.
like you know, when you're what is the alternative, right? Like, it's like
calling him stupid, calling him dumb, you know what I'm saying? Saying you don't agree instead of, you know, saying these words with dramatic meanings and or have dramatic events behind them. So, you know, you're just undermining those events, those bad things, by just willy-nilly calling people them or associating them with it. Hello?
they're going
But yeah, let me stop commenting again. We'll get to this part.
fucking crazy. They're going nuts. We're not here to police speech, okay? Like,
But
you can call them Nazis. I don't give a fuck. Okay, PJR Gnome, you're new here, so I'm going to give you a quick rundown. Number 1, shut up. Number 2, if you don't shut up, I'm going to ban you.
Can you ban yourself?
Where'd the creature go? PJR Gnome says, we will see these outfits in your new OnlyFans. I mean, yeah, if I were to make one, buddy, what should I do? I think I know. We timed them out before, but I'm timing them out again. They all...
Yoko, would you ever think about opening up your own OnlyFans? Why would she ask him that shit?
just smell the same. You know what I mean? Like, when people come through, I think a lot of people get confused. They're like, why was I banned? Why was I timed out? And it's like, well, you smell the same as the...
You mean you smell the same.
I just want to ask him if you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
Because since I've known you, you've always had, like, IBS. You've always been shitting yourself.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, well, yeah, you know, stinky ass body, smelly ass breath. Like, we have to keep going through this shit. Like, bro, did you ever continue washing that shit down with some mango? It's like, what are we sitting here doing? Like, we gotta smell out the concerned troll so we can ban them. Yeah, are we getting through to that before we're getting through of, you know, you assaulting our nostrils?
Guy spamming cock. You smell exactly the same. Before we get into today's schedule, can we address the new controversy you're in? What is a new controversy, Obesity? I'm not aware. Is it pedo troll related? Oh, no.
Says the guy who doesn't want to participate in drama. You know what I'm saying? Again, raising the white flag. But pedo troll word.
I knew you were doing something weird on the weekend. I knew.
That's cute. This is evil. The fuck? That ain't me. I would never be involved in something like this.
I thought he was just cheating on me, but it turned out
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of funny. I can't lie.
I was busy abducting another country's president. Yeah, that is fucked up. Elon and Jensen, best CEOs. That's some cringe. That's someone's username, and they say, "Hey, Ian, are you working on a new video right now?" No.
Of course not. You know, you gotta remember this is his life now. Plus, it's not like if he posted on YouTube, anyone would be actually watching that shit. I mean, like, again, look at the views in comparison to the content copped to his most recent shit.
I'm in my basement working on a giant coffee table that I plan on selling for $12,000. What else? What else do you guys need to know?
I really hope you're actually not doing that shit because you are actually wasting your time legitimately. Holy shit. So, like, what did you get into, carpentry or something? Like, did you figure you had to be skilled and talented to do some shit like that? Bro, no one's buying a table made by you for $12,000. Are you You know what? You know what? Can you point me in the direction of whatever dumb fucking moron is about to buy a $12,000 table from you? And again, going back to the skill effort, how do you know that you can make a table that's worth 12 bands? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my god.
Oh my god, so much happened during my weekend. During our weekend. During my weekend, a woman was shot. She was murdered in the face by ICE agents. Obviously, fucking super disgusting. I don't like this joke. Hey, it's not a joke. 2 more yesterday, and they're saying the whole ran over thing again. Yeah, it's just, I hate the discussion that people are having online about, like...
I'm sure you do, so Dubs.
The legality of things. Like, everyone wants to talk about, like, courts and whether it's justified, and it's like, it's not. It never is. Like, listen to, like, even if this was a fucking cop, it wouldn't be justified. Even if, like, we...
a little bit of nuance to your take. Wait a minute.
We are not going to play the game where we think that shooting someone in the fucking head who's unarmed, point-blank range, is, like, suddenly justifiable because they're in a car. Like, that's not the same thing. This is vastly different. She left a kid behind. That is so sad to see. Yeah, and you know what's amazing? I read all of these things about her.
Unfortunately, she left 3 children behind, and that's, again, like, the main thing that's so terrible about this job, because, again... At the end of the day, y'all know what I be saying. Number 1, John is family, bro. Especially to the boss lady. Y'all better shut her. Grammar. We better learn some grammar. Never being dumbass allegations. But y'all better shut up with the boss, and of course with your own boss ladies. But yeah, like, it's very terrible to see, like, you know, my mother, 3 children lost their life because, again, 3 children lost their fucking mother. Like, yo, this shit is terrible. But again, this just gets back to the thing I kept saying all the time with the political Rorschach test. Like, yo, this is a matter of, again, policies of ICE, what they can and cannot do need to be listed out. We need to be discussing expressly what is, like, the definition of a peaceful protester, and then both of these things, at least in my opinion, both create this fucking triangle, this perfect trifecta, this shitstorm of a trifecta, down to, like, yo, the vetting process is dog shit. That shit as a whole needs to be, like, reformed, fixed up, and then obviously through that it would mitigate things like this happening with protesters and ICE, and then obviously terrible situations like this.
And then I watched this Fox News clip that is, like, giving a summary of who she is, and you can just tell how desperately, I think it was Jesse Waters. It's just such a stretch to go through it's such a stretch to highlight all of these things that, like, don't matter at all. Like, they were trying to highlight that she, I don't know, split from her ex-husband, that she's a lesbian, and I think they were trying to say that she doesn't have custody of 2 of her kids. And I'm like, this shit does not matter at all. You are a fucking freak. To bring this up, that you are a freak. Every time I do something for myself, something wild like this happens, and I come back and everything.
I say, not even on the matter of, like, yo, even if that, like, were to be the case, because obviously, like, at least on the tip, me, myself, and I, we talk about political, like, Jones, tangentially auxiliary, we talk about this all the time. So if that was the case, I was not looking into it with that hefty of detail. But obviously, it's still overall, it's the grand scheme of, like, yeah, regardless of that factor, like, a mother, yeah, her life was taken, duh, which means these children do not have a mother no more. Like, I obviously feel that standard, so it does, but again, this gets into more context and nuance of, like, the situation. Like, some details obviously do matter, because obviously it gives more pretense to what happened, and then others, like, you could disregard, because, like, again, In what manner would that matter?
Is on fire. Yeah, it feels like that way to me as well. It's rough, dude. And then I see people like fucking Asmongold saying "Rip Bozo." I can actually imagine if you love deep throating the boot, which a lot of these fucking losers do. They're like,
Hey, White Hasan. I think you're licking the boot. Better yet, I think you're fucking gargling the boot. Better yet to that, I think your wife might be doing better than you on the boot. That's the craziest words about it. But anyway, sidebar that, it's like, gang, yeah. About to say Hasan. I mean, yeah, again, you are the White Hasan. But seriously though, you do realize like you're getting all your takes from Hasan Piker, right? Like quite literally, you have admitted to being the White Hasan. Like that's your grift now, being him, trying to be him, and failing really bad. Like, what was they were doing?
like, yeah, I don't care about like my fellow man. I'm I'm much closer to this woman who was run over or who was shot at, but I'm gonna constantly deep throat the boot. They don't just make the argument for more fascism, more authoritarianism, and die on that hill.
It's crazy because like you say this, but legitimately, like with the shit Hasan says, this nigga fits the description of an authoritarian communist. Like we keep going over this shit all the time. There we go. No, there we go. Authoritarian socialism / communism. My bad. Am I blocking this shit? Yeah, Big Ass said. Big Mac, Big Mac. Anyway. Yeah, authoritarian socialism / communism. Socialism, I get to stay in full control over the production, oftentimes at the cost of personal freedoms. Bro, and who's John? Does that match the Soviet Union or Maoistic China's? And then we see Hasan, so he fakes something at Mao's Willow Red Book. We see him listing up these U.S. designated terrorist organizations. We see him say it's unfortunate that the USA defeated USSR. We see his take on Kim Jong-un. He's like, yo, bro. And bro, telling me there are not Western leaders that are doing the same, if not worse, than Kim Jong-un. Like, bro, what am I supposed to take from that? So, like, you'll say again, like, the current government is, like, going on fascism and, like, authoritarian communism, but then I look at the heads where you get your points from, by like the figures, the talking figures in your life, bro. I knew this shit, bro. And it's like, again, wouldn't this be horseshoe theory?
Also say things like "Rip Bozo," like, haha, it's a meme.
Like, yo, I could agree with rhetoric like that, and even I disagree with Asmongold on that type of tip. Like, obviously, I think he's more nuanced, but still, that situation should be like "Rip Bozo," like, what the fuck? Because at the end of the day, like, on my empathy tip,
I just want to ask him if you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
But like, yeah, well, my empathy tip, more or less on my sympathy tip, actually, more or less fitting that description. Like, yeah, you still think that's like bad, like, duh. Like I keep repeating, yo, she was a mother with 3 children. Like, yo, you, regardless of this factor, overall, you do not want to see her gone, and to that, like, her children with no mother. So, like, yeah, that rhetoric is on a bad time. I wouldn't agree with that, John. But still, like, again, so that's, you're just condensing it down. Like, you're condensing it down. Political Rorschach test. I'm gonna keep telling you, gang. Like, you're immediately just taking the ideology, the whole full-on John, bro, from one side, expressly Mr. Piker. But like, even sidebarring that, like, you added a little bit of nuance earlier, bro, and now you're losing me again.
I'm using meme language. It's just a little bit of funny now. Haha, Ribozo. It's like, dude, go away forever. The administration were calling her a domestic terrorist before her body was even in the ambulance. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. Yeah, and fuck around and find out shit, dude. It's awful. The fuck around and find out thing is so fucking lame. I genuinely cringe when I hear the admin or supporter say it. You sound like a wannabe tough guy.
See, and this is the thing. Like, again, you could say like this rhetoric is not good, but then when heads say fuck around and find out, like, there's obviously context behind that. When they say fuck around and find out, well, yeah, to find out you fucked around. So when heads say fuck around, this goes back to the thing I said with the shitstorm of a trifecta. Well, yeah, you could say that all these policies and things ICE is doing is like bad, maybe going too far. But then I also am going to ask you, like, in which we have that conversation about ICE. Well, what is a peaceful protester? Because, like, yo, you could definitely see on some of these clips, some of these genres that be going around, bro. Some of these protesters are not exactly that peaceful. And again, this is what leads to this whole Rorschach test of you're either going to take a side, because no matter what with this, like, yo, ICE, and obviously these protesters are clashing, this joint's going to keep going on because it doesn't seem like any of this is really getting mitigated that hefty. And it's like this is where these conversations just keep going and going and going. Like, bro, the main thing, obviously, would be to mitigate any, obviously, potential danger for fucking protesters and all that shit from ICE, but also the factor of impediment with, like, you know what I'm saying, ICE being a federal agency and, like, them conducting raids and shit like that. Like, this Political talk fucking sucks. I tell you that. But like again, super condensing this out because fucking political talk does suck and it's fucking bringing around getting consumed by this boy. Like it really is the matter of like, yo, these problems can be mitigated, but it's like I want to say a systemic thing because like really is it's going through a system, at least going through this trifecta I'm going through, because going back down on base, it just leads down to the vetting process. Like that shit severely needs to be like checked up.
Grader, yeah, absolutely. Well, it's just like, I don't know, man. It's what's really obnoxious.
But actually, you know, even going back to this, like, cause I kind of sidebar off my main argument, but yeah, when heads are saying fuck around, find out, yeah, like they mean it's on a factor of, well, to find out the fuck around. So what within the peaceful protesting and within that, like the peaceful protesters, what are they doing to where they like people are saying they fucked around to in this situation, find out, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Obviously with this still being an unfortunate tragedy, but like what was the matters? And then that's what I talk about all the time. Again, going on. That's the nuance. That's the context. What, like, there's more behind that.
Just about it is because, like, if you're paying attention to this shit, like, none of it's new, right? Like, these same people were saying this sort of shit during the Black Lives Matter protests, right? Like, they're saying, like, do every fucking thing that law enforcement tells you to do, and if you don't do it to a T, you'll be shot, and even if you do it to a T, you will also be shot. Like... But they think that these people are to be...
Well, what? Like, isn't that a fallacy? That, again, this is just a false equivalence. It's like, yo, there's more context and nuance behind this. Like, you would have to... Like, on base level, again... Fucking ICE, no officers just in general, even like police are just gonna go out and start fucking murdering people, bro. Just start spraying on people, bro. Like there's obviously going to have to be some like situation in or reason for this to occur. And we were just talking about this yesterday on the Daily Slops with that like podcast with like a parent, brother and sister and then their fucking parents, bro. And they were like super liberal and the parents were like magatards. And it was, bro, it was some dumb shit because they, like the bull, for instance, the brother was like, yo, what if I just popped out into the local shopping mall and then Trumpy sent out federal agents, fucking Delta Force, to come sweep out and kill these motherfuckers? Like, I'm like, well, okay, bro, like, this is so stupid, because the dad is like, yeah, bro, well, I would approve that shit, bro, there's gotta be a reason, so fuck it, they could just do it. Well, one, again, no, because, well, the first thing you always keep asking is what is the reason? And now I'm sitting here saying this again to you, Soydubs. Well, yo, this shit is not just gonna willy-nilly happen. Again, the fuck around, find out, it's not just gonna happen, bro. There's going to have to be a fuck around to find out. Like, what is the context you know behind this? And just because it is a fuck around, find out does not mean that's good rhetoric and/or that shit should be happening.
Trusted. And that they're not... they almost interpret law enforcement as like infallible in every way, or in this case, ICE, which is not law enforcement. And it's just so crazy how quickly
Who's saying this? Who are you getting your media from, bro? Like, again, they hate on the fucking enlightened centrists, bro. They hate on the fucking the fence sitters and shit. But truly, bro, like, yo, who is the bull saying this? Because this sounds like some shit some magatard bulls would say, bro. And it would make sense coming off of you because, again, you're a Hasan dick sucker. So, like, bro, oh my god.
Just move the goalposts. It's almost like JD Vance says, like, oh yeah, she's a fucking terrorist.
You want to talk about moving the goalposts, bro? Oh my god, nah, because then I'm dickying, bro. This has nothing to do with the current conversation.
Or whatever she said, he said, and then everyone's like, oh, new update just dropped. We can be okay with this. They think they're part of the club and they think they're safe from it. A lot of them are safe from it because they don't leave their homes. So they are literally safe from it. They're completely insulated from the effects of these things. So they are safe from it. It's just one of these things where they don't
This doesn't, oh my god. When you say safe from it, who are you talking about? Like the bulls online saying shit? Like, hold on.
They think they're part of the club and they think they're safe from it. A lot of them are safe from it because they don't leave their homes.
What do you mean safe from it? Like what like there is more context and nuance behind this, bro. On base level, at least from my understanding, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, bro. Again, this is why we don't do the fucking political talks tangentially auxiliary. Again, if you want heads that do politics talk, shout out Pope Dior. He was just saying the other day too. Go check out Hutch and Loner Box, bro. Real shit. But like, as far as I'm concerned, yo, ICE is supposed to be going out to find heads that are either illegally in the country or illegally in the country and plus have done crimes in the country that they were coming from, to where, like, yes, they are getting deported. Like, yo, whether heads, again, well, not whether, because this is the whole controversy of ICE, so like, we understand this, right? If in the case that heads, again, and we were talking about this too with Trumpy, you're going to run out of immigration, the border, all this shit. if the quotas and shit are going up super hefty, where it's not even like it's looking like yo Trump is doing too much. Obviously, this is context nuance that can be talked about. Like, duh, shit like that needs to be mitigated. But no one is saying ICE can just go fuck around and do whatever John's willy nilly. Again, this is going back to what you just said, and I was just talking about the daily stuff from the other day. Like, no one is about to tell ICE or none of these heads just go out and willy nilly fucking kill people. What the fuck? Like, yo, that like. If you think that is some shit that's going to happen, again, this is why you niggas be comparing them with the fucking Nazis and the fucking Gestapo and shit. This is not that, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like,
so they are literally safe from it. They're completely insulated from the effects of these things. So they are safe from it. It's just one of these things where they don't have to care. And that's the difficult thing to do, right? Like, I'm a lot safer than Americans right now, my fellow Americans. I'm in Canada. But it's like, it's still important because it just keeps going. It's like, now that Venezuela is invaded, now that they're talking about Greenland, now that they're, I think announced recently that they're planning on doing strikes in Mexico. It's like you can be a deep throater of the boot, all the way up until you're like, oh shit, this isn't fair. Not me, not my mom.
but who is saying this? Again, like, bro, and I've even talked about some of this shit before. I don't know what's the fucking point of annexing Greenland, bro. Like, that shit is stupid. Again, Venezuela, bro. We talked about this. For the Venezuelan people, forget about them. They felt less oppressed and, like, you know what I'm saying, more liberated that Maduro was gone, like, and taken out of the John. But obviously, in the nuance of doing Operation Absolute Resolve, hey, bro, Trumpy didn't clear this shit with Congress. You need all three branches of government, and, like, most heads to clear this shit out, because obviously doing an attack like this or going to legitimately fucking capture their leader, kidnap their leader, yeah, this could be an incitement of war. So, yeah, shit on that isn't good. Like, yo, bro, heads can have nuanced conversations. The niggas that you're talking to are blatantly MAGA tards, bro. It's just like, it's like, again, it's the same shit we talking to. Like, bro, you're talking like this is like dead ass a triangle too. You're talking to fucking magatards, bro. I'm talking to you, who is a fucking Hasan G-boy woke skull. And like, both of you niggas would be trying to shit, or like both sides would be trying to shit on me because I'm the fence sitter. Like, this shit is just so ass. I be trying to tell niggas, bro. Like,
Asmon literally tried to play the vid in slow motion, tried to justify the murder, of course. Well, again, I've watched these, like, cop breakdown videos before. This guy, Donut Operator, would make these videos.
oh, you're talking about Donut Operator again? Didn't he felt the fuck out of you? Nah, I want to go ahead and tell this story. So I told this one in the other one of the other daily slops. So, yo, Donut Operator, right? He started like a joke OF, right? Joke OnlyFans, where he had like a steak, like a fucking Wagyu or some shit. And he was like, yo, bro, you want to see my meat? And send it down to Idubbbz'S as like a meme. And Soy Dubs, of course, in his infinite fucking wisdom, which means his infinite dumbassery, bullshittery, morondacy. It's not even a fucking word, but idiocracy. I'm pretty sure that's not one either, but I don't give a fuck. Y'all know what I mean. And it's infinite just being stupid as hell, right? He sees this jump for Donut Operator, and he's like, yo, are you making fun of Anissa? So then he had, like, you know, a baby bitch meltdown about that, John. And then from there on, him and Donut Operator, like, have not spoken for, like, years. I remember that clip on the one podcast, John, that Donut Operator was on. But, like, yeah, bro. What are you saying about him now?
And back when I was, like, more sympathetic to the police and I was a little bit more like, it's complicated, I would...
It is complicated.
See these videos and be like, okay...
See, this is just... Okay, you know, you see what he just did there? You see what he just did there? That is a perfect example of the Rorschach test. Like, I'm so serious. Like, hold on, look at this.
To the police, and I would make these videos, and back when I was, like, more sympathetic to the police and I was a little bit more like, it's complicated.
It is complicated, so, okay. Political Rorschach test. A political event, statement, image, or situation that people interpret very differently based on their own beliefs, biases, or ideologies, revealing more about their observer than the thing itself. It's often used to argue that an issue doesn't have a singular obvious meaning, or that people are revealing their priors rather than reacting objectively. On the money. Like, you're literally, you are quite literally revealing it bar for bar, bruh. Like, this situation clearly does not have a singular obvious meaning. This is obviously more context can be added to this, duh. Like, especially with how you're saying, like, heads are breaking it down, like, you got more angles of the situation. And then to that, you're most definitely revealing your priors, but we already know that because you've blatantly admitted to being the white Hasan. So whatever political takes, especially the commentary coming from you, is probably going to, not probably, is 110% going to be a pander coming from him and his fucking opinions and his political commentary. So, like, again, you proved the point of this doesn't have a single obvious meaning, but you just want to go on one side of it, choosing it immediately, and you're you're proving that you're revealing your priors, God damn it, then reacting objectively because you're blatantly admitting that, yo, this is not complicated when it blatantly is. All right, man, say I'm dicking. Just saying, though. Just saying.
I would see these videos and be like, okay, well, like, legally, you can make a case for why, like, you can make a case, but just because you can make a case doesn't mean that it is right, that you were morally justified. It doesn't mean any of that. Making a case just...
Okay. So then you're again admitting that it would be complicated, right? What the fuck are we sitting here doing? Like, bro, am I dick eating? Like, yo, obviously shop too, bro, but y'all have the timestamp. Am I dick eating? Because, like, yo, bro, you're blatantly then admitting that this shit is like, bro, this shit is complicated. Like, what?
That it is right, that you were morally justified. It doesn't mean any of that. Making a case...
Okay, but then the situation still happens. So if it could be argued that the person is not morally justified or right, but the situation still happened, then it's complicated, correct? Because then now we have to look at the context and the nuance of the situation to figure out, well, okay, what may have been the basis of it happening. Like, what the fuck? That is admitting that it's complicated. Like,
it just means that you are making a case, just that. But there's plenty of, like...
Okay, but wouldn't that case be complicated? Because we're making a case based on what? Now we have to look on what it is, and that's the complication of it.
Police body cam footage and shit where, like, they will basically say, from a legality perspective, car, you can kill someone with a car, therefore a car is equivalent to a gun in this case, so they must be shot.
Well, that's simplifying it down. Obviously, it would be the act of, like, yes, we understand a car could be used as a deadly weapon. Like, duh, we've seen people actually, like, blatantly getting ran over and all that, but, like... barring this situation, like, you know, like other videos you see, like, we definitely seen people use a car as like a weapon of deadly force, right? But that's what makes this situation complicated, and that's the nuance. Within looking at the clips and different angles of this, that gives you, like, more or less, like, more, like, putting it down, or what's the shit I say all the time? Breaking it down to see, like, more of your interpretation of this after seeing all these different clips and all these different angles, and, you know what I'm saying, what things were said, how the situation went, to where you can have more of, like, you know, a context conclusion, because you had more Johns to see, more things to interpret. Like, huh?
The fucking head and killed. It's like, nope, that is not at all the reality of it. Oh, that was another clip. There's a clip of, what is that fucker's name? The guy in Florida. The guy who wears lifts in his boots in Florida. He was describing, like, a scenario. DeSantis, yes. Ron DeSantis. He was describing a scenario in which, like, hey, if you're surrounded by protesters in your car, like you're essentially, like, good to mow people down.
Okay. Say it again.
There's in your car, like you're essentially, like, good to mow people down.
You're not. And again, I'm going to keep saying, this is why these situations need to have more context and absolutely have more nuance. Because, okay, you're saying protesters are now surrounding your car. This goes back to what I'm saying. Well, what is the classification of a peaceful protester? Because if they're surrounding the car, on what means are they doing this? Like to box this person in? Like, what is the means to the end of this? Because, again, it doesn't sound too peaceful in that, John, when obviously you wouldn't want to box in this car, because are we focusing on, like, the protesting? Are we focusing on the advocacy? How are we advocating if we're sitting here fucking surrounding this bull car, they can't get out to where they're supposed to be doing? Like, this is the logic of this shit. Like, what?
If you're fearing for your life, kind of thing. And it's like, I mean, obviously this didn't take place in Florida, but I do think it is sort of telling of how they think, because it's strictly partisan, right? It's just like, whatever, like, depending on who you're mowing down with your vehicle, it's actually okay. Or if you're on the other side, it's okay for you to shoot the person in the car. It could go both ways. But the thing that matters the most is if they are politically aligned with you or not.
So again, you just proved the point I showed with a political Rorschach test. Like, literally revealing your priors. Again, like, you're just going to choose a side, basically. Like, and you're going to go with the ideology of the hive mind of that side. Like,
I can't imagine living in America right now. I genuinely hope the best for you. Stick together. Yeah, it's scary, and it's escalating quick. Everyone's talking about there won't be midterms, and it is getting that serious. I think everyone, I don't know, the strategy... You know, I think of, like, family members and shit and friends who are, like, MAGA or MAGA adjacent. And whenever you talk about the fascism and all this sort of shit and things getting worse, it always the response is always that, like, that's dramatic, that's an exaggeration.
Well, yeah, to an extent, that can be an exaggeration.
Like, but it's like, well,
this whole thing with buzzwordism.
When is it not going to? To me, it feels like it's only ever going to be the case when it smacks him in the face. And like you actually have to be
okay. Then we're just gonna have to wait to get smacked in the face, gang. Like I don't know. And this is the thing. Like yo, like heads are saying like exactly like Soda was saying earlier. Heads will say to me like, oh, especially as the fence sitter, bro. Like oh, brother, you're just gonna get bitched, bro. You're just gonna go to fucking government, whatever, tell you what to do. Like my nigga, you cannot be going out fucking like oh my god, like. Like some heads legitimately are gonna go, oh fuck me. Of course, bro, this shit's died, bro. You gotta be kidding me. But like some heads are legitimately about to think they're gonna go out and be revolutionaries, bro. This is why, like, bro, it's scary as hell when niggas like Hasan be like, yeah, bro, the people have untapped like revolutionary potential. Like, dude, what the fuck does it mean? Like, what is niggas supposed to do? Like, niggas are not trying to go through that shit, bro. Like, yo, obviously fucking conflict and like especially shit like this with like physical violence is bad, bro. This is why niggas are supposed to be going through diplomacy. He just mentioned the fucking midterms. Main thing with the midterms is, I think Trumpy's fucking approval rating, and we talked about this shit in some of the other videos, bro. I fucking hate this political talk. This shit is actually cancer. Anyway, hold on, I'm about to fix this shit. You good? Okay, we're good. Oh, I'm coming back. Anyway, coming back to what I was saying, bro. Again, this is why shit like the midterms is so fucking important, brother. Because, yo, again, with Trumpy's approval ratings not being that good because of shit like ICE, because of shit like the big beautiful bill, which is ugly, because of shit like tariffs, bro, because of, again, even if it's good for the Venezuelan people, because of shit like Operation Absolute Resolve, like, yo, approval ratings for him is down, bro. This is why midterms are really important, because if there were an opportunity for impeachment, it would probably be then. So wouldn't heads want to focus on that shit instead of like, yo, having all these like different means of like bad Johns happening, especially when like, you know, bad shit at protests and Johns like that, like with all the shit with ICE happening, like, yo, you would think heads would more or less want to focus on that, the diplomacy tip of it, because obviously that would be the real shit that's going to change. Well, I guess you could say the country, bro, at least the leadership, the administration of the country. If Trumpy gets voted out, bro, if he gets impeached, then we get a new elected leader and hopefully they would do better shit. But yeah, fence sitter, dick eater. Yeah, bro. The nigga psyoped, bro. He's dumb as fuck. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Truly never beating the dumbass allegations. We know that stamp, but yeah.
Looking at other people to kind of manage your barometer for when it's there. You don't let it smack you in the face. You don't want to get smacked in the face. But like loads of people are getting smacked in the face right now. But
how? Explain it. And that's not even me trying to dick eat. Through what means are they getting smacked in the face? And again, you must be talking about the magatards, because again, those would be the only bulls getting smacked in the face. Because again, like he does. This is the thing too. He does realize that even with heads, again, like I would be like ragging on myself, like fence sitters or even some bulls like this, like. Bro, heads could have criticisms for both sides of the aisle and how things are being handled, but even barring that, not every bull is a fucking Trumpy glazer, bro. Not every bull is a magatard. Like, you truly need to understand this. Like, I can understand that not every bull, bro, especially on the left, is a fucking Hasan G-boy, like one of these goddamn, pathetic, wretchful, subhuman homunculoids. I'm not gonna call every bull a fucking snarker, bro. Every bull to stand it there. Like, and one of the main things, obviously, to even like co-op that is that the left fucking hates Hasan, bro, again, because he causes the left's infighting and shit. I guess this nigga wants to do that shit too. White Hasan, truly, bro. Anyway, sidebar that, it's like, bro, you're just chalking it up to the thought process that every bull you're talking to is a magatard. That is not true.
You know, they're not the people who deserve to get smacked in the face. The MAGA people do.
Literally directly co-opted what I just fucking said. Hilarious, bro. Yeah, nah, we really not on that ego shit. Truly ain't shit. Rotting in the boss's basement. You better shout out, sure love the boss again. You already know. But like, I love when the things I say materialize. Again, you're talking to a people of like, you would say in the middle, like you moderate or like maybe leaning towards some side, like they're usually kind of centered towards the middle. But who you're actually talking to is those fucking magatards. You're not talking to niggas who are in the middle, because obviously they'd probably be able to see a little bit more context and nuance to this instead of just falling heftily into whatever side of the political aisle. Like, what the fuck? It's dumb. Oh my god.
We should stop calling everything / everyone Nazis. Just makes us look stupid. I do not care about looking stupid.
Oh, we finally got to this part, huh?
like you know, when you're what is the alternative, right? Like,
what do you mean? What is the alternative? Not being fucking stupid, not looking stupid, not embarrassing, emasculating, and humiliating yourself every goddamn day. It would be to, again, especially like if we're going on the tip of politics, bro, it would be to like try to handle these matters more diplomatically, do diplomacy and all that shit. Again, if you think Trumpy is so fucking bad, then your God's-Daddy King, another fucking moron, and heads keep bringing his shit up. Maybe one, he should have told niggas, he shouldn't have told niggas not to vote for Kamala Harris, bro, saying that, yo, she would be like the same or if not worse than fucking Trumpy. Dumbass shit. 2 to that, actually tell niggas to vote. 3 to that, again, going back to diplomacy that we just repeated, bro, if you want to get Trumpy impeached, my nigga, you're gonna have to go through that shit, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Go into it. You know what? Fuck it. I guess we're getting canceled. But like, yo, I understand heads having a protest and freedom of expression and all that shit, and I do think the means of doing that, like, you know what I'm saying, that's within heads regards. But bro, if you truly want Trumpy out fixing that shit, bro, I'm sorry, going to the protest for ICE is not gonna do that. Like, you need to go like talk to your local fucking senator or some shit, and like, yeah, we need to go through that diplomatic process. Like that, this means it's not going to work. That's what these guys are not understanding, bro.
It's like they're going fucking crazy. They're going nuts. We're not here to police speech, okay? Like, you can call them Nazis. I don't give a fuck. Call them whatever you want.
Of course you don't give a fuck, because your God's-Daddy King calls them Nazis, fascists, racists, fucking sexist, bro, fucking pedophiles, everything, bro. So of course you don't give a shit.
I was liking a lot of tweets yesterday that were going way beyond calling someone a Nazi. Way beyond that. Like, I don't think, like, let's not pretend that we're still on the fence riding area. That's not where we're at all. This is fucking horrendous. This is violence, okay? This is murder?
Yes, we acknowledge that this is violence, Soy Dubs, and no one is saying that. Well, actually, I can't say no, because again, that goes off the point. Yes, with some heads like Asmongold and his rhetoric in this situation, or that, like, yes, you could say it's bad. Like, yo, heads shouldn't refer to a situation, even if you do disagree with how it's being interpreted because of your side of political line. Like, damn, you shouldn't be like, rip bozo. Ah, fuck, bro, fuck around, find out, bitch. Ah, like, yeah, that, like, it's still bad because she was a mother of 3 children. But gang, this is a more of a nuanced thing. You're simplifying this shit down, generalizing it down too fucking much. And this is why niggas keep telling you, you can't be the white Hasan, bruh. Because, bro, Hasan is already dog shit at political commentary, and nigga, you're dog shit at normal commentary. Nigga, you're socially inept. It's so funny, because he was the same nigga one of the other Stoic Chronicles clips. Stoic. Calling other heads socially inept shit is actually insane. But you clearly are, brother. Like, you clearly are. That's it. That's it, Ian. Simple.
Like, I don't give a shit if someone calls them Nazis. Call them whatever the fuck you want. Nazism does not stand for National Socialism. Look it up. Socialism does not equal Nazism. I will assume you're young and uneducated, and not that you have you're an active bad actor. Okay, thanks for being reasonable, Mudfoot. Yeah, I think
Yeah, no. This nigga's a bad actor, bro. He's a bad actor. Like, not on the tip, like, again, like, not on the super political tip. I don't think this nigga's like a foreign agent or some bullshit, or like how the one bull, what's his name? Like, Connery's pants trying to say, bro, that fucking Asmongold's like a Russian agent or some shit, like Russian asset. But, like, bro, nigga, you are absolutely fucking mind rotted by fucking, like, Hasan Piker political commentary, dude.
Fuck it, I'm saying
like,
it.
any words coming out of that nigga's mouth truly is the gospel. I thought the shit that Yoko, bro, was given to you was the gospel, but it doesn't fucking matter, because, again, her shit is still the gospel, because it's coming right from the God's-Daddy King. Like, dude, this shit is absolutely pathetic. Embarrassing.
these butts is a little bit. It weakens our argument. There's no argument to be made, these butts. We're way past that. You're, specifically with this conversation, these butts, you are a little out of your depth. You're doing the pedantic sort of.
You're out of. Imagine, yo, bro, deadass. Imagine in calendar year 2026, Ian Jomha looks you in the face and says, "Hey, brother, I'm not gonna lie. I think you're out of your league on this one. I think you're out of your John, bro. I think you don't know what you're talking about." No, nigga, fuck. I'm like, bro, nah, I ain't feeling that. Cause fuck is this nigga talking about? I'm like, bro, have you ever looked in the mirror? Nigga, we at 12:05 a.m. midnight, cause a pot sure is calling the kettle black. The fuck?
Of semantic game. Can you open up Subway Surfer? I can do this. You know what I'm doing. You think you're not riding the line, PJR. You're over the line. You're talking about Subway Surfer. Goodbye. Have a good day. I might unban you though. If you have a good enough unban
I might unban you because you seem like a concerned troll.
request, I might unban you. So long. Yeah. Oh, that felt good.
Your life is everything.
You serve all purpose. I ain't gonna lie. You better shout out level one of our glorious clipping kings on the CDST. Stoic Chronicles. That was, ooh boy, you already know. Locale in Jomha. Idubbbz'S. Idubbbz'S. Has multiple meltdowns over I.C.E and Asmongold. Of course, if you guys would like to watch the OG live video of calls by one of our glorious clipping kings, Stoic Chronicles. Stoic! And for Idubbbz'S, Snark Brain! Straight up. But yeah, y'all know where that junk gonna be, bro. Let me fix my junk real quick. Down in the description, first link, share all of it, of course. Stoic Chronicles. Our clipping kings are always cooking up, and we love to see them on the CDST. You never forget it, baby. But yo, Final Pacing Conjecture, bro. I just can't fucking stand Idubbbz'S, dude. I can't. Like, let me finish Randy's junk down. But it's really just a factor of like, gang. It's political Rorschach test. Like, I'm just gonna keep saying that shit again, like, because that's really what it is. You're gonna choose a side. Like, you already, like, most situations have more context and nuance. It's probably not the singular meaning. Like, there are situations that have singular meanings that could be so blatant and obvious, but this situation clearly is not one of them, and it's definitely not in terms of overall political aisle, because the overall right and left does feel different about this. Like, there are heads again. That's really the enlightened centrists or whatever, the fence sitters or whatever that are looking at both sides of the John or whatever, but like. A good amount of heads are just straight up taking a side, pushing the agendas, pushing the narratives on this boy. And you're going to choose. Yeah, like I've been saying. And you're going to choose. You are. And Idubbbz'S, of course, has made his choice, which is whatever fucking Hasan feels about this shit, which through that, even like listening to him say this, John, it's the factor. It's just the factor that he's saying, like, yo, bro, and especially that one part, like, he's saying that this John, bro, like, it's just getting me so mad, bro. The whole time he's saying that, bro, there's more content. Well, he's not saying directly, not saying, but like whole time there's more context to these Johns, bro. But he's saying that certain situations in certain cases could have more context to them Johns, bro. But at the end of the day, they're not. But also at the same time, that yo, if these cases aren't settled like and steady-handed, and cases are just there, then again, I'm just gonna get. What do you do with these cases? Like, bro, obviously there's more context and nuance. It's just annoying, bro. The political shit is just brain rot, bro. Like, obviously, this situation, obviously, with Minneapolis, just ice shooting is a tragedy. But, bro, heads gotta understand that, bro, there is just more context and nuance to this. It is terrible that this Hun, obviously, a mother of 3 children, lost her life, and that, like, these children have lost their mother. But, gang, other things have to be looked at to where situations like this even popping up and arising are mitigated just as a whole. And that's why I keep saying, policies of ICE and what they can and cannot do need to be really stamped in. What is a peaceful protester needs to be really stamped in, and from that going down, like even sparking up into those things, like off the what's it called, like a Venn diagram or the fucking charts, or whatever, John. Your vetting process. This is mainly happening. ICE is being deployed or whatever, for then going over with the quotas and all that, just because, like, just the vetting process in itself. Like, if the vetting process is reform fixed, so it's like, you know what I'm saying, it's not only easier for heads, you know what I'm saying, that are from foreign countries or whatever, to like obviously get visas and things and such like that, get citizenship, but just as a whole, you know, it wouldn't be so backed up, because there's also things like getting super hefty into politics, like, you know, heads are asylum seeking and shit like that. Like, bro, there's way more content and nuance, and it's not for a nigga like me, and it's most definitely for not a nigga like Idubbbz'S. So yeah, I don't know why the hell he's talking about it, but that is our white Hasan, so. But yeah, you already know. Other than that, you better again shout out to love a Stoic Chronicles. And I'm finna get you on the flip, baby. Peace.